아 맞아. 딱 여기였다. 아이고 들어봐. 자고 일어났는데 갑자기 이렇게 됐어. 술 처먹고 자고 일어났는데. 나쁜 자식들. 난 총 이딴 거 주고. 가자. 먹어. 안에 힐 있지 않을까? 방금 뭐가 떴는데 화면에 살짝 버튼이. 아 침대 조사. 총을 쏘는 게 먼저야? 아 먼저 죽이래. 쟤들 개 많네. 씨. 나와 이놈아. 한 놈 더. 뭐가 껴? 컷.
The dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto.
총알을 좀 먹도록
Psychos
하고.
with a dream. That
고민을
sort
좀
of
해볼까?
bullshit. I had a way of making any
내
space
공간.
my own.
힐 없나 힐? 아 여기 있다.
I had to save some valuables. This was where Marcelo was supposed to be sleeping. He'd barely come down to this deck.
메모
Passos
조사.
had the name of the bar where I was
술집의
drinking
이름을
my life away. I should have put things together then,
맥스페인.
instead of waiting for De Silva to walk me through it real slow.
핸드코더는 뭐지? 카메라 왜 이렇게 좋아해? 아. 옆에 있는 메모였네. 아 물약이 없다. 책. 여기 나 카메라가 있냐?
The room belonged to Passos, my partner in crime. Or maybe someone else's.
파초스.
The bed was made. I could only guess that Passos was upstairs in the thick of it, whatever it was.
침대 정리. 굿.
I had to save some valuables.
나 먹어. 와 맛있겠다. 황금총.
The radio. Maybe I could send out an SOS. It certainly wasn't the first time I'd woken up with a hangover, long after a party had turned sour. The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully.
조심스럽게. 뭐지? 거의 군대들인데? 뭐야 뭐야. 죽었어. 도망가야 되는 거 아니야 이거? 터진다 터져. 르르르르르.
Fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a two-day
이쪽이 아닌가
bender.
봐.
How to shut off the fuel feeds. Move, Max.
백스 움직여라. 어떤 길로? 뭐야? 그때 물약 어디 갔어?
Max.
아 이건가? 공급 중단.
I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference.
엔진 하나는 껐다. 앞이 안 보여. 사망. 따생.
The fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a two-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. Move, Max. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference.
아 여기 있다. 나가야 돼. 힘내.
There. I could breathe again. Now the boat
Oh.
could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed. So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed.
열렸네. 이 뭐지?
While I'd been
흐름?
dead to the world, some of my shipmates were just plain dead. Where had they taken them?
여기 힐팩 있다. 뭐야 안 돼. 힐 먹으러 가야 되는데. 화장실 같은 건 줄 알았네.
The guys up ahead weren't dealing with passengers like the rest of them. Maybe I should have realized then
뭐
that
하는
this
거야?
was
문
no
뜯으려고 하는 거야?
ordinary kidnap job. Something on the boat had
뭘
attracted
뜯고
the
있는데?
sharks.
인테리어 업체에서 오셨어요? 컷. 힐 좀 먹. 이거 다쳤잖아. 진짜 게임이 에바야. 일단 보이면 무조건 먹고 가야 돼. 알겠어?
Whatever they were looking for appeared to be gone.
뭘 뜯고 있는 거야?
After I got out of New Jersey, things had flared up again between the Punchinellos and the DeMarcos. Didn't look like things would die down anytime soon. I was gonna have to stay away from the only place I'd ever known.
여기에도 뭔가 힐팩이 없어. 여권?
Daphne Bernstein, a recent divorcee, making the most of her considerable settlement, and Marcella was making the most of her.
그녀를 이용하고 있다.
I don't want to think about it.
응.
Daphne's ship was always stocked.
¡Puta, aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel, vení para acá! ¡Vamos, malparido!
장전. 한 명 더 있어.
There was something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for? It didn't make sense. Why would they leave the jewels and rip open the walls?
보석을 놔두고
It
벽을
didn't occur to
뜯어볼래.
me just what the other
마약
cargo
찾는
on
건가?
board could be.
마약 찾는 거 아니야? 마약이 비싼 거 아니야? 근데 보석보다 비싸? 보석은 안 챙기고. 어디?
I was on a ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out.
총알.
Booze, coke, pills. You could get whatever party favor you wanted on this vessel.
아이. 뭐야? 카드 안 맞아. 됐다. 뭐 어디가? 땅 누워서 편안하게. 여기로 가야 되는 거야? 마이 아파.
They didn't help with my sea legs, but they sure as shit felt good.
피아노 연주. 뭐야, 연주도 해? 너도 피아노 배우니?
And the band played on.
악기 특 배워도 얼마 못 감. 친 거 맞아 근데? 저 정도는 나도 치겠어. 어이씨. 안 꺾여. 나와봐, 치워봐. 이거 뭔데? 아니, 씨. 아니, 게임이 옛날 게임이라. 옛날 게임이라. 그래서. 아, 또 죽었어. 여기 옆에도 있네. 옆을 먼저 죽이자. 옆에도 있었네. 피가 벌써 없어. 아니, 내 물약 다 어디 갔냐? 죽으면 물약이 없어지나? 아, 다시 먹어야 돼.
The boat was well appointed.
아, 벌써 맞았어. 뭐 엄폐할 것 좀 줘라. 따생? 또. 아니, 또 내 힐팩이 없었어. 2개 어디 갔어, 내 힐. 아, 내 힐 없었어. 아! 아니, 어딨는데?
The pirates wouldn't get everything.
내 힐 대신에 사는 건가? 따생! 한 놈도 그런 건가 봐. 약을 쓰나 봐. 됐어. 잠깐만요.
Maybe there was something on the bridge. I checked every other inch of the boat.
사건.
I spotted Passos and Marcelo. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover,
뭐야,
I
쟤네들
might not
알아서
wanted to get
잘
over
나가
them so
있었잖아.
bad. Hey, Passos! At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't
당황한
thought
거
too
아니야?
much about anything. Now I remember it. It didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about what's her name? Daphne.
Do whatever you think is best.
I think it's best we try to go find her.
날 두고 간다고?
Yeah, okay, let's go. Now,
See, I didn't think Passos was a bad guy. He didn't need to try to save this woman or the crew.
through here.
Didn't realize you knew your way around here.
They were using that building to get across the canal.
Get her, let's get her.
개 많아.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
컷. 머리에 그냥 곰팡이 그냥.
Come on, I don't know how much time we have. I'm moving.
We can get across up top. Not bad.
또 있어? 아, 강대. 아직이야. 왜 곰팡이 있는 장면 나와야 돼. 이렇게.
We're good.
아따 이 자식들 방심하. 아.
We go, man.
I don't know what I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been a cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
사람 조심. 사람 조심. 이럴 줄 알았다. 아, 사망. 사람 조심하라고.
I don't know what I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been a cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
여기였나? 머리똥. 이거 방탄유리야?
You know.
야, 총을 쏘면 되지.
Suélteme, gringo loco.
어디가 이 자식아. 된 거야? 좋았고. 피박아. 안에서 쐈나? 컷.
My own private welcoming party.
약동. 어디로 가야 돼?
That looked like the way up,
삼겹
but it was locked. I had to find a switch.
스위치.
There was probably a control console behind the desk.
아 샷건이라 왠지 개 아프네. 아직 안 끝났어. 어이 뭐야 이거 모기. 컷. 왜 안 살리죠? 손이 안 나가. 극장. 물약. 깜짝이야. 뭐야. 아 이게 네 길이구나. 컷.
I blocked out all my questions. All I thought about was getting to
아프네,
Daphne Bernstein
번시타인.
before it was too late. Jesus Christ.
다 죽은 거 아니야? 뭐지 여기? 헬기 뜨는 데인가? 카메라 샷건 맞을걸요?
Fuck.
브라질이라.
This is brutal. I didn't think things would be like this.
뭘 노리고 이런 걸까? 돈?
I should have jumped in that goddamn canal myself and swum my way back to New York.
Let me ask you again, Max. What do you
원래
think you were
저는
really doing in Panama?
다시 현재로 돌아왔어.
People died. Innocent people. Who do you think robbed you?
I don't know. I was told it was people who disliked Daphne Bernstein, something about an unpleasant divorce.
Her ex-husband worked on Wall Street. Do you think
Wall
he has
Street.
easy access to
증권쟁이.
Panamanian death squads?
Guess I didn't really think about it.
You were smuggling something, weren't you?
No.
밀수하고
I
있었어.
mean, I didn't
맞네.
realize it at the time. I didn't think too much
마약이지.
about it, but yes. Marcelo did drive off with something.
마르셀로면 마약이지.
Brazil a week or so later.
I think it was money. I think Marcelo and Victor have a friendly banker there in Panama. Your little cruise was to deliver the cash to him because there it's easier to launder.
아, 돈 세탁을
The
쉽게 하려고?
Broncos were rich.
Rodrigo's rich. The other
돈이었어?
two, they live well, but they don't have real money. Victor's campaigns were always financed by his brother. That is the way among certain rich families there. The eldest brother is the king. You know, he gets everything. The other two, not so much.
And now Rodrigo's dead.
Exactly. In Marcelo, too. It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh? A man running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers have both been killed in such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly
Marcelo.
don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Raul Passos is a bum ex-cop. Failed in America, failed in Sao Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head can handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but if...
But nothing. Probably
핫소스.
not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people.
나
You're a
봄이야.
stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos
핫소스 안
went to the
죽었어?
academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's take a
핫소스
drive,
자식.
Max.
날
Want to do
두고
some good?
떠났어.
Want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
얘는 또
That
나
incident
섭외하려
in the
그러네.
favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives,
They did, I saw it.
but no captives were ever booked.
They probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads, the,
Caixa Preto?
right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops, the cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max, you see that building there?
Imperial Palace Hotel?
Yeah, that's what it says. People go in there in large
어
groups
여기
under armed guard, but it isn't a police station. And no one comes out
타르코프에서
of
볼
there.
것 같은.
Why don't you just go in and bust the joint? Get a warrant.
I'm only a cop, Max.
So you keep saying. Time to find out what was going on here. I didn't fancy booking myself in the presidential suite, so went looking for the basement.
와 누가 이렇게 지하 통로를 이쁘게 열어놨니?
I wasn't too excited about the acoustics in this place. A couple of gunshots would sound like I'd walked in here with a goddamn marching band.
마실라고? 아니구나.
It
소음기야?
wasn't pretty, but I guess none of what was about to happen was gonna be.
그게 돼?
It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Puta, tá pesado pra caralho. Tá cheio de chumbo. Comeu um boi.
시신 태운다. 오. 침대 조사.
Either those guys wheeled their trash out on stretchers, or something was seriously wrong here.
냅다 태우고 있는 거야?
If I'd thought about this too much, I'd never get through. Ufe. Was there anything they didn't have a grubby hand in? A few days earlier, I'd have called it a coincidence. But I'd written off too many of those already.
한약 상자. 잠겨 있는데. 자물쇠는 깨면서.
The Imperial Palace Hotel was a 5-star bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load.
같이 올라가요.
Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
이렇게 고요해.
É a mesma coisa. Quê? Você não tá fazendo nada, tô falando. Abre fogo, abre fogo! Vem fogo nele, galera, vai!
학번.
Cuidado!
잠깐만요.
Eu preciso de ajuda! Eu tô cercado! Eu tô cercado! Me tire daqui! Me tire daqui! Tá fudido, filho da puta!
아씨. 너무 아프고. 그건 뭐야? 총알, 총알. 컷. 문 열기. 개 많이 맞아. 안 보여. 어씨. 아. 저기가 있어야 되는데. 이리. 뭐야, 왜 어떻게 뒤에서. 뭐야?
De Silva and I had the same fan club.
사진.
I knew enough and he knew too much. We'd both become targets.
다시 읽어.
Passos' ID card.
파소스의
It was
신분증.
no great surprise he'd made their hit list, but to
Passos
discover
도?
he was really Colombian,
콜롬비아
No
힘.
wonder some locals seem to laugh at his accent. What else had he lied to me about?
거짓말 써. 한 대 맞으면 간다. 컷. 이 소스는 마늘 소스.
I needed to find a way upstairs. Surely nobody would notice another hole in the wall.
위로 올라가야 된다고? 구멍 하나 뭐? 어디로 가야 돼? 뭐야? 어디로 가야 되는데? 위로 올라가야 되는데. 여기 위로? 내려오면 못 올라가야 돼? 어디로? 뭐야? 뭐 어디로 가라고? 아, 이걸 깨라는 건가? 알아버렸어.
I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man.
황금총. 완성되면 어떻게 되는 거야?
Buffet. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crusher Prado. Now we just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. Da Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door.
뭐야? 사람들이 있네?
I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Quick. I said get... Serrano.
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal
그래 두고
nightmare.
나왔다.
Whatever hell this was De Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it.
어,
I
엘리베이터가
had
없어.
no choice but to push on. I didn't understand
요즘에
everything.
감전되는 거
I
아니냐?
never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
앞에 물려. 여기. 앞에 이거 샷건이야? 유리 좀 더 깨면 안 보여. 그렇지 그렇지. 샷건이네. 아. 잠깐만, 일로 저 길이 맞는 거 같으니까 이 길을 파밍으로. 아무것도 없나? 핑크 의자 뭐야? 빨빨 숨어. 오케이 컷.
This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now.
힐. 아니 너 연주할 수 있냐고.
There it was, the soundtrack to my life.
할 수 있네?
And, for a few seconds, came harmony.
한마디.
Finally.
짝짝짝짝. 뭐 한 거야? 뭐야 이게?
Fuck is going on
방귀
here?
팔아?
How much do you want?
아니
have you
몸에
been
마약을
doing?
숨겼나?
I am a doctor. I help people.
What have you been doing here?
It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please.
What have you been
이런 사람들 제일 잔인해.
doing?
I have a lot of money.
어떻게 아무 생각 없이 사람 몸을 가를 수가 있어? 미친놈
I
아니야?
do important research. Please.
Caralho!
뭐야?
Caralho!
아까 살려놨던
Espera,
애가.
eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho.
누군데?
Não, não. Por favor. Pelo amor de Deus. Por favor, não me mata.
아, 얘가 죽이게
Pelo amor de
냅두는구나.
Deus.
얘가 뭘 했나 보네.
For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough.
저 의사
For
누구요?
now, I had bigger debts to call in.
모르겠어요. 나 며칠 만에 하면 또 다 까먹어. 내가 아는 건 팥소스. 마르셀로? 마르셀로. 둘밖에 기억
Even I
못해.
could guess what Demolisal meant. That building was condemned in more ways than
다 이제
one.
기억이 안 나. 이래서 큰일이야. 스토리 게임 하면 멈추면 안 돼. 기억이 안 나. 1탄에 나온 성형외과? 아, 1탄을 안 해서. 1탄? 무슨 일이 있었죠, 1탄에서?
There had to be something I wasn't seeing.
발견, 봐봐, 뭐 찾으라는 거 봐. 맵이 이렇게 넓은데 말이야. 아무것도 없다니. 아무것도 없다고? 여기 있다. 황금 부품, 씨. 안석 아니야? 고전이에요? 잠깐만, 가기 전에 물 좀 가져. 기다려. 파비아나 납치당할 뻔한 미션? 앞에 방금 물약 보였어. 총 뭐야?
They had a fucking arsenal in here. It was time to bring this little hellhole to the ground, so I decided to put some of their C4
Arsenal.
to good use.
물약은 안 먹고 가? 기둥 하나에만
You
묻혀?
can't unsee something, but you
그냥
can
습관돼.
dull the effect.
오. LMG 아니야 이거? 뭐 이렇게 눈치를 봐. 2개. 여기도.
I'd seen some dark shit in my time, but this was something else. These vermin had gone into a place where life was cheap and found a way to get rich off it. I just wanted to finish this and get far away from here. But then, true to form, more of the rats come out of their holes.
Vocês ouviram isso? Ok. Ninguém sai desse prédio até esse cara tá morto.
맞는가? 아, 나 총이 왜 이거야? 총이 왜 이거야?
At least my visitors have been kind enough to leave the gate open.
비싼 총 먹었네. 그냥 지나가면 되나? 아우스 나니까. 집었나? 이건 뭐 어디야? 아까 있어. 와, 졸발.
Any time I'd bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now.
왜 이 총으로 바뀌어? 안 보여. 야, 나와봐. 왜 니 혼자? 뭐야? 머리가 아파?
That was the last of the explosives. I just hoped it was enough to bring down the building and all the evil in it.
Vai, vai, rápido, rápido, vai!
Who wants to take a shot? You see what this is? Come on, anybody? Want to be a hero? I got nothing to lose. Let's do
무슨
it.
자신감이야? 얘는 한 번씩 이러더라.
Tá acontecendo aqui?
Senor Neves.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
My problem? My problem? Wanna know what my problem is? You're turning humans into glue. That's what my fucking problem is.
I don't know what you're talking about, American. All I know is what I
당신에
hear
대해?
about you. You bodyguard for the Brancos. They are all dead. You help the poor. Today, many of them dead. You are a proper American hero.
얘가 문제 아니야?
At least I fucking tried.
Well done with your effort.
물론 경호일
The whole
하다가
city
많이
is
죽였지만.
grateful. The great American savior of the poor.
That's right.
You think you made any difference? You think stopping this legitimate business venture is helping anyone?
Legitimate? You're stealing people's organs.
이 정도는 해야 되는구만. 주인공 하려면.
Oh, so people can sell their livers, their hearts, their eyeballs? You're insane, you sick fuck.
We kept people safe in the city. Decent people. Safe. I know a lot of powerful people.
Well, your powerful people aren't gonna help you out of this one, buddy.
피가 없어. 하긴 더. 생겼고. 어이. 뭐야 되는 또. 죽였나? 야, 너 그거 좋아 보인다. 그봐.
I told you the city was dangerous, friend.
I kinda like it. It's growing on me.
Nice to
바로 안
see a
쏘더라.
happy tourist smiling.
컷.
Fuck
핫소스?
are you doing here?
I came back
I can see that. But why?
어?
to save you.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
No, come with me, Max. To Brazil. Be a chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss and brother's hatching to profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
What are you talking about? I know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo are trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get into losing the purse strings and the family money. They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm having a kid, Max. I gotta go.
야, 그래도 또 돌아오니까 또.
Sure. Later. Now, let's go. Hope this thing works.
또 마음이 풀리려 그런다. 왜 돌아와? 성질 더럽고 뚱뚱한.
I owe
아, 팥소스랑.
I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry I couldn't save your sister.
I was there. It wasn't your fault.
I was paid to protect her and I didn't.
She married into a sick family.
Maybe.
I just wanted to say thank you for giving us a chance to live. I mean, as a family.
I hope it all works out for you, for all of you.
Thank you. Don't be too long.
Well, buddy, that's it.
Where are you guys gonna go?
I don't know, maybe back to New York.
다시 또
Maybe
돌아왔네.
down to Argentina.
뭐야, 없었던
Giovanna
일이
has
되어버린
family in
거야.
Salvador. Maybe we'll just stay there.
Yeah, I
핫소스
got
이
business
자식.
to take care of.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. I know it was very
내가
wrong.
살아서 돌아온 거
It's
아니야?
done.
얘가 연락 친 거
Hey,
아니냐고,
I'm having myself
경찰이.
a fun old time. Maybe
삐삐
this is
쳐가지고,
how
야,
things had
얘
to be.
살아있다.
Figure I might as well die in the sunshine as die in the snow.
Look, I'm
너
sorry I'm
찾아가서
leaving.
죽일지도 모르니까 빨리
I got
가서
a kid coming.
사죄해.
You know how it is.
I know how that is.
You know, I almost didn't say goodbye to you. I said to myself, maybe
봐봐,
this kid
나를
will put a bullet
죽일지도
in me.
모른다고 생각했어. 이 자식 그래서 돌아온 거 아니야? 그럴
Not
뻔했다.
right now.
이 자식
Thank you.
한번 살려줬으니까 봐준다.
Try to look after yourself, Max, huh? Life is worth living.
If you say so, pal.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've
이젠
looked
이
through this
사람이랑
information
일하는
you
거야?
gathered. It's not very nice.
경찰씨 이름도
What is it?
모르겠네.
It's the Ufe. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And
A
아,
weapons
다시
dealer,
읽어.
a murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
a proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
나보고 하라는 거잖아.
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my
10시.
close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele.
뭐지? 잠입.
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa, tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai se fuder, ó. Meu conta eu quero saber da culpa.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, dá uma lição nele.
왜 이거는 번역을 안 해줬을까? 주인공도 못 알아들으니까 그냥 느낌으로 알아라?
Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocente! Você vai ver o que vai acontecer contigo mesmo aqui! Eu não fiz nada! O que você vai acontecer, caralho? Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, caralho! Eu? Se fodeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai morrer aí, otário! Deixa eu sair daqui!
다 잘했는데?
Eu vi uma outra versão. Vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Morou. Valeu, amigo.
오. 바로 맞으면서 시작한다.
Hey! What are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question. Answer him! Answer him! What are you doing? What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you
Porra!
doing here? I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you doing here?
Doing here? Me in the ear. Hey, answer me. What are you doing here?
뭐야? 바로 이렇게 그냥 끝난다고?
Back in the precinct after all this time.
뭐야?
Time to find out what the
얘들.
hell was going on.
엑스밥이야?
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later. Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its
단서
own.
단서 단서 같은 거 없나?
I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations.
오.
Their faces said it all. I was on their
다
side,
열려가지고.
but how could they know that?
도와준다
And through that
도와준다.
door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all.
와. 와 나가 가라 얘들아. 가운데 거 뭐야? 맛있겠다.
For once, the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Está me achando com cara de otário? Por favor, por favor. Eu te fiz uma pergunta.
어.
A gente não tinha nada a ver com
방금
isso. Me dá um nome. Eu só sei que teve um apagão. Isso é tudo que eu sei.
가라 얘들아. 얘들 나쁜 놈들 아니야 근데? 죽었어. 땅땅땅땅.
It was time to leave this pallet. The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, seemed I was too.
했을 때 많이 죽인 거 맞아? 내 머리. 힐 먹어 힐. 컷.
The security switch had to be in that booth.
총알이 없네. 파밍. 커피 머신기.
It was Monday's arrest log, as far as I could tell. And no sign of anybody from Nova Esperanza. All those poor bastards have been checked straight into the Imperial Palace Hotel.
호텔 부셔버렸네. 그리고 다 거기 했나봐. 양. 전쟁이야. 야, 잘한다, 잘한다.
That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
야, 이걸 어떻게 줘? 지금이었나? 아, 사망. 아, 방금이었나봐. 오케이, 다시 도전. 한 번 더 끝나고 간다. 지금이니 까ጥ네. 얘 총 줘. 안 돼, 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 돼. 따생, 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 따생. 야, 앞에서 써야지. 아, 나한테 쓰면 어떻게 다시 해야 되잖아. 바로 썼으면 됐을 것 같아. 뭐야, 왜 안 나가? 한 발 있잖아. 젠장할? 아.
Wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking. Drunk it, then
들어있는 게 한 발
blown my
있다는 거
head off.
아니었어?
Que porra você tá tentando fazer? Quebra as pernas dele!
아! 한 명 더 있어. 뭐야?
Que porra você tá tentando fazer? Quebra as pernas dele!
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
생명수. 어서오세요. 공장은 주말에. 더 있었는데. 황금축.
Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem. Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
Eu sou invencível, filho da puta!
컷. 아니고 누우면서 죽인 거고. 이거 어떻게 일어나지?
Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there were more pressing matters to deal with.
메모.
Becker's blood money from the good doctor. Serrano had canceled one side of that transaction. The
잘난
other
의사.
was on me.
에코시. 다상.
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running.
황금총.
I figured I should check out the security monitors while I had the chance.
다 모으면 뭐하냐. 황금. 그냥
It looked
기인가?
like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided up halfwit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing
내
soldier.
뒤에 있는데?
Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah.
뭐 저거까지 꼈어?
And of course,
가스
they
풀어?
were headed my way.
이 자식들 봐라. 똥구멍샷. 아, 황금으로 바뀜?
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving.
이거 아닌가 보네. 비슷하게 생겼는데. 파밍. 내가 왔던 곳
I
아니야?
saw the elevator doors were open.
아 뭐야? 엘리베이터 문이 열린 걸 봤다고? 파밍은 끝이 없고. 5층. 아,
If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local
비상벨 버튼
elevators
눌러.
were not a good mix.
그래도 거의 다 와서 멈췄네. 몇 층이지? 뭐야. 괜히 보다가 한 대 맞았네.
Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
컷. 아니야. 머리 때려. 더 있어. 또 무장한 애가. 컷.
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker.
피자.
It wasn't the first time it dawned
맛있는
on me
피자.
I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now.
웅장하게 등장했지만 그냥 빨리 가버렸지.
If I didn't hurry, Becker would be long gone. Sao Paulo's own David and Goliath. I'd pinned De Silva as a coward, but he'd risked more than anyone, and he'd never taken a bribe.
뇌물을 받은 적이 없다? 받은 적이 없는지 어떻게 알아?
I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine. I'd spent my career dozing off in the briefing room.
오넛.
Now wasn't the time. The CS were all but out of business in Sao Paulo, and suddenly Becker and Victor looked like local heroes in the war on crime. They'd really gotten their money's worth outsourcing their problems onto me.
다음.
My old pal Serrano.
세라노.
We'd both been unwitting clowns in this sorry circus.
아까
Part of
걔
me
아니야?
hoped he'd made it out of that hotel
호텔.
alive.
의사 죽인 칼로.
I didn't recognize the guy.
친구들을
Maybe
못
this was the new
알아봤고.
slum king De
인민가의
Silva
왕.
had talked about. A throne never stays empty for
호텔에
long.
만났던 걘가? 대빵인가?
Fame at last. It was no great surprise I'd made Ufe's most wanted list. I hadn't done much to improve the reputation of Americans
Branco.
abroad over the past few weeks, and there they were, my illustrious employers, 3 dead and still every chance I'd go 4 for 4. None of this was gonna look good on the resume. And I was in good company. Howell Passos, set
Raul
up north to
Passos.
find a washed-up gringo who would act tough and play dumb. Boy, did he ever deliver.
끝났어. 못 가? 나 옆에 가고 싶은데. 아. 야비롭게. 아직이야, 더 있어. 컷.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself.
파밍. 사건. 권총.
Nothing I was gonna
그건
find
무슨
in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed.
권총. 리볼버. 주웠어?
Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast.
빨리
This was a
빠져나가야지.
waste of time.
그냥 더 올라가면 돼?
The bastards had me locked in. The doors were all locked. There had to be something else I wasn't seeing. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was
역시
headed in when
총으로
I
계속
discovered some
부셔야지.
more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
이 히어로. 내 총은 어디다 놨어? 무거워서 버리고 왔나봐.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system.
프랑코? 처음에 죽였을 때?
Jesus, it was
Ah.
that guy. I had seen him in the
저기
favela.
동생이 아니었네.
Bachmeyer,
역시.
Becker's right-hand man.
베커의 오른팔.
His time would come. Him and Becker.
때 빠져나갔지. 에헤이. 뭐야? 니네가 무슨 특수부대인 줄 알아? 수부대 맞아.
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab.
로드리고.
I had to push on.
야, 너도 머리 좀 써라.
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
네가
You
누군지
killed me
안다?
in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
뭐야? 뭐야 이게? 야, 이 정도는 해야지 저기 하는구나. 주인공 하는구나. 미쳤다. 야. 미쳤고. 머리 나왔잖아. 그러니까 헬멧 쓰라니까. 말 더럽게 안 들어. 아싸, 한 번 더 한다. 야, 이거 조준동이 없으면 어디서야 간다. 가총. 아이, 좀 풀어봐. 액션 배우는 죽지 않아? 뭐야? 뭐야? 뒤에 한 놈 더 있네. 왜 샷건이야? 황금 샷건. 도독.
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. I felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past.
샷건. 여기 뭐 한 명한테 이렇게 썰려. 한 명과 잔챙이들. 여기서 탈옥하는.
Locked on a course of destruction. It was at my worst when I was at my best.
뭐야 여기? 웨어하우스야? 총싸움 하는 데다, 총싸움 하는 데. 뭐야. 사망. 죽은 게 아니었어? 안으로 간다. 또 죽겠는데. 뭐야? 아니 도대체 어디서 나오는 거야? 아! 너 코가 빨개. 확인 사살. 안녕. 컷.
They had their body armor. I had mine.
컷. 뭐야? 손 든 거 아니었어 방금? 잘못 봤나? 컷.
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
피 3개나 있다.
Beleza, rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
아, 들켰잖아.
Pelo amor de Deus!
조준해서 다 쌌어야지. 아! 아, 왜 자꾸 턴이 바뀌냐고. 보이지 않아. 컷.
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not
끼어들길
understand.
I
좋아한다지.
understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be?
또 바로 나 안 죽이죠? 아, 왜 총이 또 이거냐고.
You were doing so well. You had to go and spoil it.
아, 뒤에 왔어. 열받게 하네. 자꾸 버려져.
I hoped I'd be the one to kill you.
I couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
You should not. Why do you think you're not dead already?
이거 무슨 총인데?
Do you even know what you're getting? You're even crazier than I thought!
아, 사망. 계단으로 올라가야 돼?
Those ceiling tiles looked kind of loose. It was worth a shot.
뭐가 타일이 부시려고요? 진짜?
What are you hoping to achieve here? Thank you for all the fine work! You have served your purpose! This is where it ends!
뭐 하라는 거야?
You don't know when you lost, do you? I'll think of you when I get...
아, 저거구나. 저걸로 죽었다고? 아니요. 아망. 또 다시 해야 돼? 그치. 좀 숨어. 아니 뭐해? 너. 어서오세요. 근데 위에 부셔야 되는데 신경도 안 쓰나? 컷.
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
베커의 사무실.
Becker!
베커?
Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
빨리 싸버려.
Disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh?
이 봐라 이 봐. 바로바로 죽였어요.
There's a good fellow.
Well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crachat Preto for us. You know,
Crachat
for
Preto.
crime, I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
전기 찌진 뭐야? 뭐야 총 한 방 안 쏘고 가네?
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be
지가
leaving town, and my
힘든 걸
guess is they would
자처하는
try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away.
God damn it!
빨리빨리 쐈어야지 그러니까. 아직 한 장의 카드가 남았다. 얘들
Okay, Max.
얘기하느라 총을 안 쏘더라.
You check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep. So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club. My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them too.
뭐야 바로 걸려버렸고.
Every last one of those bastards.
뭐야? 아우 선글라스 멋있는데.
Check in. Come on, bastards.
여기서 이렇게 싸워야 돼? 장난해 나랑? 총알이 없어. 아니네 나 같으네. 파밍할 거 없나? 파밍. 어디까지 가? 아 맞은 거 봐. 일어나 제발. 와 총알이 없고? 아 뭐야 안에 있네? 어쩐지 소리가 났는데. 총알이 없어. 아유. 총알이 없다고. 제발 그냥 넘어가 이 자식아. 뚜덕한 그 개구리. 키를 좀 바꿔야겠어. 오르기? 키조합 없음? 작동. 원래 뭐였는데? 아니 동시에 되면서 왜 다이빙 에피 쓰지마. 아 Z는 또 뭔데? 왜 C가 또 안 먹히지? 시프트가 됐네. 어? 뭐지?
Você está perdendo sangue! Ah, chegou a sua vez!
뭐야, 넘어갔나? 화면이? 뭐야? 황색. 치료지.
It felt like my vacation was coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a
Vacation.
dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag.
Dê cobertura aqui, minha posição!
이렇게.
Dá um sinal! Cessar fogo!
이리 와.
Não vai ser uma morte de herói! Sou melhor que você, Ah, chegou a sua vez! Chegou!
아무. 안 찔 듯.
These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet. This was the back office. They'd be on their way to the nearby lounge.
파밍. 앙금.
The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal. The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead.
천장을 통해 뭐?
There were UFE all over the airport and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need.
뭐가 날라왔는데? 그 사람이 아니구나. 오케이. 총알. 그 의자에는 검패가 안 돼? 뭐야? 아니 샀는데. 인후염인 것 같습니다. 총알이 없고요. 지 혼자 죽을 때 되니까 슬라이딩. 나는 못 올라가나? 올라가나? 나만 안 보여?
A gate had opened at the other end of the departure lounge. They weren't here. I had to keep moving down through the airport.
뭐 물약 아니야? 기가 막히게 봤죠? 부품. 파밍. 총알.
tram to the next terminal was down the escalators.
겁나 다리의 고통.
It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on.
타야 돼? 기다려봐.
I could deal with my remaining substance abuse issues when this was all over.
선언.
It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more
저쪽 거
guys
타야 돼?
wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
왜 안 쏴? 아. 아, 총 바뀌는 거.
It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me.
버리는 키도 모르겠어,
Maybe
총.
both.
5번이었나? 이건 버려라. 이놈. 뽀글뽀글. 플래시? 플래시는 뭐 상관없는데. 아직 안 끝났어. 어디야? 총알 좀 먹자. 됐어.
And we were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes.
머머리 조심했어야지.
Didn't work out like that. Of course, there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
누구지? 아씨 또야. 얘들은 나 하나
It
못
was
잡아.
perfect. Everyone wanted a
그니까.
ticket for the
못
Max Payne
잡아먹었어.
Express.
어? 벌써 다둑이?
I felt like I'd missed out on the joke. And
Ah.
it was a real good one. Come on.
어? 어? 아, 총알이 또 없어. 어디 갔지? 아, 진짜.
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see
아,
what was
버리라고
waiting
이거
for me.
총. 버려.
This was my stop.
힐이 3개. 하밍은 못 참지.
It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart
뭐야,
move
이렇게
would've been
아무렇지도
sticking with
않게?
the Sylvan going straight to the hangar, but when was I ever about
내가
smart
봤을 때
moves?
권총으로 싸워야 돼.
I'm
그럼
a
총알이
dumb
없는데.
move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks. Let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too
사방이
late in the day
저기야.
to hope for change.
아, 근데 아무도 몰라.
Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much
이게
else.
특수부대?
The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass.
Vamos.
There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
Tenha uma boa viagem, senhor.
또
Mr.
이런다
Payne,
또. 아,
I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! Não! Não!
아씨. 죽어라
No one
죽어
expecting you
그거.
to be here, Max. Seu merda! You're pissing in the wrong pool, Mr. Payne.
아 죽겠네 죽겠어. 사막. 컷? 와, 팔 날라감. 방패한테 까불다가 난리 났죠?
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got.
아, 이
Say what
장면이
you
이
want
장
about Americans, but we
저기 때랑
understand
똑같네.
capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I
그
was
녀석은
about to execute this
다리를
poor bastard like
다리가
some
날아갔던
dime
것
store
같은데.
angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them
뭐야,
was
쏘라는
helping the
건가?
poor and the other was banging my
어차피
sister.
죽었잖아. 고통받게 죽게.
Get in, Max! I'm in. Just drive the fucking car. Go!
뭐야 이번에.
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close. Guys are running in over on the right.
뭐 어디?
Your side. The car! Come on! Got a flight to catch. It's not going to take off without us. This don't look good. Shit! That about sums it up.
뭐라 죽어.
They're blocking the runway. Of course they have their armored personal vehicle.
아, 장전이 너무 힘들어.
Shit! Right there! I'm normally a behind the desk kind of cop. If only I'd been one of them too.
아, 화면 좀 흔들지 마봐. 야, 운전 똑바로 해. 띠용?
Asshole!
개자식.
Career's coming down with that plane. Let's get it over with. Ah! Ah! The other plane. Taking a starring role. Now,
왜 안 맞아? 야, 하나도 안 맞아.
God damn it.
스토리였고. 아니야? 아씨. 아니, 안 맞아.
Coming down with that plane. Let's get it over with.
느려 터져가지고.
They're going to collide. Taking a starring role.
됐다. 쟤는 또 살았네.
Wait, Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison.
재판을 받고
Let him suffer.
웃기지 마. 구석으로 풀려날 거지. 이 더러운 세상에 죽여버려. 죽여버려.
You know I walk. You walk with a lift.
다리 부러뜨려 버렸어. 화면 전환 뭐야?
Update on the astonishing organ harvesting scandal. The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile,
영원히
Victor
했지.
Branco,
나한테
the
다
politician at
틀려버렸죠?
the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a
뭐야?
suicide or simply
자살했어?
retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation
Local
is
justice.
underway. Local residents expressed outrage as they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local forecast. Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
가방 뭐야? 돈가방이야? 한 건 했다. 그냥 부대 하나를 내가 박살내 버렸다. 뭐야? 맥스페인. 카베이라 카피탕 별거 아닌. 뭐야? 끝난 거야? 벌써 끝났어? 엔터 누르니까 넘어갔어. 재밌었습니다.